that thing on? Oh my goodness, it's on! Okay, well hello there everyone. My name is Beatnik. You all might remember me from some previous episodes of the Seth Lewis show. And Seth Lewis is actually absent today, but he asked me to take over because who knows more about Christmas than a Christmas elf? So at the North Pole, Santa doesn't allow us to watch too much television, but the one thing he does allow us to watch is Christmas commercials. They're on 24/7. It's very popular with the elves. And I have picked my own personal favorite, my own top 5, because I've watched a lot of them and I should know, I'm an elf. I can tell which ones are the best. So let's take a trip into the magical world of consumerism. This is the 5 best Christmas commercials. So, the first thing I'd like to tell you all is that sadly we cannot edit commercials into this episode. Usually we can do that. Commercials don't care if people include them in their YouTube videos, so they just allow that content in. And there's not a lot of things that do that. Movies, you cannot get that into your video very often. You have to go really searching to find a clip that will work. So, no, we won't actually have the commercials. I will just sit here and tell you all the story. And this is the story of the teddy bear. Now, there was this teddy bear who had been owned by this little girl for many years. But then, the little girl gets a robotic doll that has all these flashing lights and it's jumping up and down. And the little teddy bear gets depressed. And he goes off outside, and the girl goes looking for him. And I don't want to spoil the ending for you with the shredder and the little girl crying, but let's just say it is one of the best little stories ever told. And I wanted to go ahead and show you all my own little teddy bear, Rutherford. He's my favorite pal at the North Pole. Say hello, Rutherford. Rutherford, say hello. He's been a little rude. Rutherford, say hello. You're embarrassing me in front of the guest. I apologize, folks. At number 4, The Wish Giver. This is a Macy's commercial, and Macy's is kind of known as the king of Christmas. They had that movie Miracle on 34th Street. But anyways, this tells the story of a little girl who finds this magic notebook. And whenever she writes in this notebook, nothing happens. Well, that is until she ends up writing something that someone else wants. And then they can get the item. And I don't want to spoil the ending, because it's kind of a twist, to be honest. But basically, the commercial is kind of like that movie Death Notes, where people write people's names into the notebook and then they die, I guess really it's nothing like that. Never mind. So, I don't know if you Americans know about this, but John Lewis is a very popular brand in England. And the John Lewis Christmas commercials are some of the most popular commercials in all of England, They're a tradition. And one of my personal favorites is The Man on the Moon. This is the story of a little girl who looks up in her telescope and she sees the man on the moon himself. And then she tries to contact him, sending paper airplanes and just all sorts of stuff. But it's just a beautiful story about a little girl spying on an old man for hours upon a time. At number 2 is another John Lewis commercial. They're really popular in England, I'm not going to lie. I wonder if John Lewis is related to Seth Lewis. Seth Lewis might be looking at some pretty good money here soon. But anyways, in this advertisement, there's a little boy who has this pet penguin, and the penguin follows him around everywhere. They go on all sorts of adventures. But then the penguin realizes that he's never fallen in love, and it's a very sad story, but I'm not going to say any more, because I've realized I've kind of ruined the past Christmas commercials, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut now. And Beatnik could not resist an honorable mention, one that makes him laugh. There is this commercial, I don't even believe that it exists, where Santa Claus is on the toilet, and little girls come down because they smell Santa farting and stuff. And they just yell at him and scream at him for being on their toilet and making such a mess. And Santa's all embarrassed, and they're saying they're going to put him on Tinder. And I'm not really supposed to watch this commercial. Santa wouldn't like it, but I find myself laughing every year from it. And now at number 1, the Sainsbury ad. Now, this is actually a true story about two sides back in World War I who were battling each other. And during this battle, it's Christmas Day, it's winter, this man gets some chocolate, and he's sitting there and he hears singing, and all at once the other side comes over, and they don't want to fight. And so the two meet, and they talk with each other, and they play some games, and then they leave. And I haven't actually spoiled the ending, but it's a really beautiful tale, and it tells a very simple message that we all must know. That in war, we're fighting and killing each other, but the other side is just looking to survive too. It really isn't anything personal. And it's so beautiful to say that we can come together during this one time of the year and do something beautiful. What a beautiful message for everyone. And that's all. And remember, you can see all of these commercials down in the works cited. But I am going to go ahead and take a look. Rutherford, will you take a look with me at the mailbox? Let's see what's inside. Rutherford, look how cute of a mailbox it is with a little smiling Santa and snowman and penguin. Oh, isn't it adorable? Yes, let's see what's inside though. It's rolling around. I wonder what it could be. Oh my goodness! It's an orange! Oh, Beatnik has never had an orange and he's always wanted one. Oh, thank you, Seth Lewis. I don't actually think this is an orange. I think it's a little too small. It's close enough. It's an orange. It's definitely an orange. A Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you, Beatnik. Yes, that's true. Oh dear. Is the camera still on? Oh my gosh, it's still on. Okay. Well, goodbye.